Hi there. Oh, look at that. Oh, just like a YouTuber, except it looks awkward. Um, hey, yeah. Remember the Homestead world that I'd been playing with a little while back, and then basically stopped talking about it? Well, I did keep playing it, and mostly building roads, as that Via Romana thing is a lot of fun. And right now, oof, ow. Right now, what you're looking at is there we go. So they found the underground city village. The mod you're looking at, well, the mod that's making it possible to look at everything this way is called Shoulder Surfing Reloaded. I don't mind me. I'm just kind of trying to remember what all I've done. It's been a couple of months, I think, since my Via Romana video. At least a month. And, you know, I've been busy. I wonder, can I just teleport? Eh. No, let's go visit. Let's go visit things. You can't tell. When I was last playing, off camera, obviously, I was trying to figure out some create stuff and getting very frustrated with it. I will eventually revisit it, but not tonight. This extra view is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, I'm looking at setting up, a few more kilometers of path because I eventually need to go from here all the way over to here. Well, at least to here. And even plain old paths, that's going to be a lot of shovels. And there's going to be plenty of spots where a shovel won't do it. This basalt barrera right here, for example. So I will be toying around very much off camera because it's going to be a lot of hesitation and confusion. But I'll be toying around with automatically generating and building the things that I need for that road work. Even then, that's going to be a lot of time. Maybe there's a way to lay down the roads that doesn't just go in a straight line. Yeah. Too artistic for my own good. Maybe someday I'll even get good at it. Gotten better. We'll just enjoy the sailing for a moment. Kind of tempted by those mod packs that are you taking advantage of create aeronautics for realistic physics movement and big old ship bases. That would be cool. I have done a fair amount of exploring. 207 days. And that's with better days. I'm sure, I know for sure, that a more experienced YouTuber would have accomplished quite a bit with 207 days, especially with double the daylight. But, you know, I'm having fun. So this is a little island that I found when I was trying very, very hard to find myself a village of some kind, any kind. I found a couple villagers here and a hedgehog, and I wanted to protect them. I forget where I put the gate. I think you can just jump. Yay. Okay, good. My villagers are still here. Hey, you found your barrel. Well, I don't need a bucket of cod. Do I have any plain old coal for you? Hey, I do. Let's. There you go. Do what I can for these guys. I still feel bad about that innkeeper that I neglected to watch out for. Here we go. So yeah, like this is a pretty small island. There's not much I could do with it, and I'm not sure I want to encourage them to make more little villagers, you know? Oh, there's my gate. And what else did I find? Found a nice floating city. Well, they're not cities. They're long ways from cities. And a floating village. I haven't done much of anything with this village. It's a ways from everything. Hey, I see a little floater down there. Probably shouldn't call them floaters. I don't really... Yeah, I haven't done much of anything. I have not done anything with this village. Except I think I stole some of their wool. Gotcha, map makers. Do I have any paper on me? No, I don't. Sorry. I'm probably going to want some of this with the create. Oh yeah. I got a cool hat. That I can't wear. Okay, hang on. There we go. You like it? Octodad. Blast from the past video game? How about you over here? For 3 gems, I can get a basic iron axe. I think I'm okay, buddy. But they all seem basically content. And I've temporarily... You're way too high up to be floating around here, dude. Temporarily just gone with numbers and letters for my map markers as I go to more meaningful things. But that's a little ways away. Hang on, let's see. Before... Okay. Let's see, can I teleport here? No. Stopped working for me in a fairly recent update. So... time lapse it is. Just first we make sure we're going in the right direction. Hang on. I just realized this is the first time I've specifically made a trip from the Homestead house all the way to the village, to this village we're going to right now. Originally, I wandered overland for several days before I actually found a village and decided to adopt it. And spent like probably a couple 20 days just fixing things up, exploring around there, you know, the usual. Seriously, guys? Let me see what I got. You're a very special case. So yeah, I don't know exactly what happened to this village in the distant past, but it was not great. Pardon me. Spent a fair amount of time, obviously not enough, improving the safety and accessibility of this village. It's still a work in progress, but these chunks were all separate before. And now they're not. So, you know, a villager might fall off, wander around, get weirdly excited about trapdoor fences. It's the actual name I gave it. Mud brick, because I mean, There's a lot of mud bricks here. And yes, you can tell I've been here. Found one of those little hobbit hole. Found one of those little hobbit hole houses. And lived here. And lived here while I was working on that village, working on my paths and everything. There's nothing. Okay, that water effect is a little distracting. So why don't we go visit the winemaker? It's a nice area. It's pretty. I like it. Do 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 do. So what I'm thinking of doing, and why I ended up, why I ended up kind of thinking about dude, wandering plushie trader. Gosh, it's a shame I don't have 10 emeralds. Well, but anyways, replacing these dirt paths with, stone bricks or paving road, something a little more robust than dirt. And of course, I want to set up decorations. Via Romana makes it so that you don't have to mess with the trails once they're done. So I'm tired. My English is not great suddenly. Once you're all done with your path and you've charted it, then teleportation means you don't look at it anymore. So you don't really need to decorate. You just need to make a wide enough path. But some things are just in my nature. I have to add some kind of embellishment. You still in here, dude? Last time I came, he got himself stuck in the basement. And I figured he's probably safer there. I hear you. That's what I thought. Yeah. Like I said, he's probably safer up here. But, it's a nice looking winery. But yeah. Maybe I'll come back and help him out of there at some point. Maybe not. Okay. The next little bit is kind of a roughshod trail because I was still building it before I thought I'd go back to the main home, back to Homestead, to further my create learning. But it's somewhere over here. I don't like making too many waypoints, but occasionally it occurs to me that I could make a few more waypoints. There we go. I'm heading in the right general direction. Villagers have a tendency to show up, so I must be at least a little bit aware. It's just a chance to really appreciate and enjoy the landscape. Oh, there's the unfinished end of my path. Interesting. There it is. Hang on a second. Oh, that's right. He's captive. I'll come back to him later. There's an illager camp just down there. And when I was here before, I did not have the resources to totally clear it out and take care of a new villager. But I kind of do now. So I may come back to that later. Everybody needs a lava fall. And when to do that. This little ruin that I made kind of a way station. Doesn't hold anything of great interest yet, but I could have a torch. I'm always going to be a fan of light. Alright, and then, so like I said, I didn't have the resources to clear out the illagers, so I kept walking and made myself a different ugly house. Kinda cool. Since the most recent update, I have not been able to make pretty windows in Homestead, so I did a little embellishment with copper bars instead. Okay, and that's what I've been up to off and on in this homestead world, while intermittently sharing other worlds, other mod packs. So Underbell, that's the name I gave for that little village. Homestead is 5 kilometers away. That's a bit. That's a very long, that would be a very long path. And I was hoping to get it done by day 250, but I don't think that's going to happen. Because each of these, like this took a couple of days. This took a couple of days, especially with it being in the middle of dark forest, things attacking me. I should show you another thing. Until this network of roads is connected to the other network of roads, they're two distinct networks as far as Via Romana is concerned. I was really kind of hoping that I could work around it in some way, but not so much. Sometimes I like to mark what I think would make a better trail than what I was looking at before, as I find more natural paths. But at the same time, that completely bypasses my cool bridge. Oh well, so be it. I don't need to hear it from you, Betsy. It's kind of like surveying. But I'm actually thinking of like flattening out this, but following the curve of the hill until I'm just about at a straight line. So I could keep the elevation changes to a minimum. It wouldn't be too bad. And you could always do your roads Roman style and just carve the straightest line you can possibly manage from point A to point B and let everybody figure out the stairs on their own. But yeah, so like that. So like I was saying, they're not actually connected. I mean, this is connected to the village, and these 3 points are basically connected. I don't think that my little island sanctuary or floating village will ever be connected by Via Romana unless I get really obsessive with Create or some other automation tool. That would be like an interstate project. No, I'm thinking from here, 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 and bit by bit. Well, let's since I'm on this end, I've got here to here, and I'm in the process of getting up to here. But then I would need to make several waypoints. Maybe do a little exploring up here to find an easier path. It's just about bedtime, so I should go to the bed closest to a waypoint. Oh, so I added my own tree. I didn't construct it. This is how Homestead lets you grow trees. But it was just a little 3-block high oak. So I cut that down, added a new sapling, and it turned into this. I could hang some lanterns from that. Yeah. That's a great idea. Well, anyways, I'll deal with that on my own time. Maybe it'll be a little prettier and more festive over in this corner next time I show it off. But yeah, that's what I've been up to on this world while I haven't been recording it. It's I don't have a forever world. I have a multiverse. So, that's something you could maybe try. If you have your 2-week cycle, you could cycle through different worlds. The same worlds. Anyways. 208. So I'm going to call it here. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. And we'll see you next time from probably another world. Take care. Have fun.